Only a very short video today because I was going to go and do an A55 video down the road a little way, and then I realised it's half term, isn't it? So I'm staying clear of the A55, so I'm going to do a little bit up here in Llysfaen. And the reason I came to Llysfaen was to purchase these wonderful series of 6 pamphlets produced some years ago by a Joan M. Davis, but they've now been reproduced, and all 6 have just cost me £20 from Llysfaen Church. I think they're being sold to raise money for the church, so I shall certainly enjoy reading them later. But now we're going to go for a little walk up a hill here. Down there is Pentre-Y-Llan, which you may have seen me talk about in a previous video, and its connection to the Welsh international footballer Billy Morris. And then here is the rather marvellous Llysfaen Church. Was it the grave of someone important? Maybe? Fenced off? There's another one there that looks in better condition. Little bit of damage. Yes, looks like there's I think they call them coffin stones, those stones that are laid flat on the ground from old graves with an inscription on them. That's a little bit sad, that, isn't it? We're going to walk along here a little way. Not far. The old Llysfaen school there. It's a lovely building. North Wales is stuffed full of lovely old stone buildings. Semaphore pub and restaurant. They do a lovely Sunday carvery, so I'm told. Them again. Nearly there. It's a great big drop down into a quarry at the end of that field there. way? Or is it further along there? I think it's up here, but you know what, it's that long since I've been here. I can't really remember. I'm hoping to get to the top of this hill here, top of Llysfaen, because I remember my mum telling me when she was a little girl, she and lots of other young children used to come here of an evening and watch the German bombers dropping their bombs onto Liverpool. And she used to describe to me how the sky would light up. Note to self, find somewhere flat to do one of your walks. Zoom in, shall we? Tell you what, I don't remember it being like this the last time I came up here, but I think it was about 20, maybe even 30 years ago. The audio actually isn't too bad when you're out of the wind, so I suppose it depends which way you're facing, which way the wind's blowing, a bit gaily, or whether you're in a sheltered spot or not. But we'll plod on. So I apologise for the audio in this video again, and it's something I will look into rectifying, so do bear with me. See the flat bit there? That's kind of, well, it's Tywyn and Kimmel Bay, isn't it, I think? All the static caravan parks. I thought this would be a good place to get a decent vantage point of Liverpool and the Wirral. Like my mum would have seen it, but weather conditions and looking through this cheap phone doesn't really give a very good or clear view. So what we'll do, we'll go and look for a slightly better vantage point, which is back over this way. We've come from there and we are heading over there. I'd forgotten how nice it was up here, you know. That nice, I think you should come. So let me introduce you to the Mynydd Marian Mountain. Have a look at that now. If you want to know what the majority of these mountains and hills that you can see from up here are called, you have this wonderful facility here. I'll put a photo of it up so you can freeze and have a good look if it interests you. Oh, very nice. Once again, an absolutely gorgeous local North Wales walk. I've forgotten how lovely these places were that I'm going to. And there's a few more to come yet, hopefully. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, the reason I wanted to come up here was because of my mum describing one of her wartime childhood memories to me. You could imagine, couldn't you, the sky lighting up over there when Liverpool and Birkenhead were being bombed during the war. It was the city that suffered the second heaviest bombing raids in the UK after London, so I believe. There was a bit of a lull in the bombing raids at one point, but during that period Liverpool, Birkenhead suffered, and of course if you're from North Wales like me, we've always kind of regarded Liverpool, if you like, as the kind of unofficial capital of North Wales. Almost everyone I know around my age, we used to go there a lot. And of course, if you go to the top of Bowl Street there, you've got St Luke's church, the bombed out church. Go to the top of Bowl Street, it's kind of looking at you, isn't it? Which is a poignant reminder, I think, of what Liverpool and that area suffered during the war. I was hoping to come up here, but it's all fenced off, because I think that could be the highest spot and possibly the place where my mum and her friends came to watch the Blitz. But it looks like there's a lock on the gate, so I can't go in. But if you imagine that there are no trees here back then yeah, that would be a really good vantage point. I think there is, or was, something like that on the top of Hilly, or as you may know it, Snowdon. Welsh names now being used for Welsh places. I know a lot of English people struggle with that, but in that instance, maybe imagine you've got a pal called Harry, and your nickname or shortened name for him is Ar, and you want him to hurry up. So you just say to him, don't you? Ar, hurry! And your next high quality Welsh lesson will be coming never again. Perhaps I'll see you again. Little Orme, Great Orme. One German plane apparently dropped a bomb around here somewhere, and it landed in a field and sadly killed a cow. Anyway, ooh, I'll tell you what, you're right out of the wind here. It's lovely and calm. You wouldn't even know there was a gale force breeze going on just over there. Well, that's the end of my short little walk. Yeah, I'm glad I've done this walk today, because we're just coming up now, by coincidence, to Remembrance Day. But I am minded of all those clever, brave, determined and intelligent people that got us through the war. So from myself up here on a fairly deserted Marian mountain, Mynydd Marian, thanks for watching again. Sorry about the audio in the gale force winds. I'm going to start looking into sorting that one out. And as ever, look after yourselves. Ooh, and just coming here, the first place I came to look over Liverpool, I think I found an easier route for you to get up here, the Mynydd Marian. So before you tune out, just bear with me. That's where I was. So you can follow this road down, or track down. We're going to go this way, and I think that rough car park there is behind the school that we looked at early in the video. Unless I've edited it out. Or I think you can go down that way and come out on the road, more or less opposite the semaphore inn that we also looked at earlier in the video. Unless I've edited that one out as well. All depends on the wind. This is an easier walk up to the Marian, better underfoot and not a steeper gradient than the route I took. Oh, you can't go that way. I know where that goes. But let's give this little path a go to see if it does bring you out more or less across the road and down a bit from the Semaphore pub. Ooh, it's getting dicey. Knowing my luck, I'll have to turn back, or it'll lead into someone's front garden. Ooh, it's actually brought us out quite a distance down from the Semaphore. It's brought us out opposite the church, St Cumbrans. Well, I never. Semaphore's right over there. But can I get out here? Or will I have to turn back? Well, that was a spot of luck. Busy now, I'm back. Ooh. Anyway, once again, ladies and gentlemen, I won't waffle on. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.